Now it's time for another special guest now, and it's a delight to have Connor from Our Hollow, Our Home. Yes, Our Hollow, Our Home. They have been on the scene now for, a number of years, and have a new album out. So welcome to the show, Connor.
Hi, it's a pleasure to be here. Thank you so much for having me.
No problem at all. And we were just having a little chinwag before we were starting this interview. You are the frontman of Our Hollow, Our Home.
I
And
am indeed.
that's a great name for a band. And when you're trying to decide on a name for a band, it's half the battle won.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. It was definitely something we ummed and ahed about for a significantly long time.
And your sounds, would you say they are kind of like on the stronger rock side of things?
Oh, definitely. I'd say so. I'd say with this album, we've probably branched more out into the rock kind of sound. Whereas our first two albums were very much like solidified in the metalcore
Mm.
kind of genre. So
Mhm.
now I think we're really starting to sort of push the boundaries for what is the Our Hollow Our Home sound. Now we've hit sort of album 3 material, and we're really just starting to experiment and see what parts of our sound we can almost exaggerate in places, and just really sort of play around with it all.
Powerful stuff. Did you first come on the scene with a cover version of Ed Sheeran's "Shape of You"?
Well, actually, if I'm 100% honest with you, we started quite a few years before then. We were a band called Deadlines for a good few years beforehand, and then we had a few lineup changes, and we decided to kind of rebrand in sort of late 2012, and then it released the first Our Hollow Our Home single, which was Rest Assured, in 2013. So we'd been going a good few years before we did the Ed Sheeran cover, but it was definitely a turning point
Yeah.
for us in our career doing that cover. I mean, it was the first time we got sort of major radio play, really sort of turned a few heads, and really pushed the kind of like viral side of things online. So we've always kind of like been a band that's really wanted to be very connected with our support network and our fans. That's something that's really, really important to us. So like using the sort of platform of a cover to kind of branch out and widen that demographic, but
Mhm.
still kind of keep it really, really close knit, as in like the connectivity. So we still always sort of talk to fans online. We've got a big Discord set up, and we have like a big Facebook group chat, not group chat, sorry, a group page called Team OO, where we regularly discuss sort of new merch, new tracks, just anything Our Hollow Our Home related within that space. So I think it really enabled us to kind of branch out and appeal to a wider demographic doing a cover of such a popular song like that.
I'm with you. And on to presently, you've been recognised by Kerrang magazine. How was that for you to be recognised by such an institution in the rock world?
Yeah, it's very humbling for sure. I mean, as a kid, I used to buy Kerrang magazine every week. With my pocket money, go up the shop on my bike and pick up Kerrang, and see My Chemical Romance, or Freedom for a Friend on the cover, and be like, I just want to be like those bands. So to sort of get the kind of positive response that we've had from establishments, not just Kerrang, but Rock Sound, Metal Hammer, some of the biggest names in the scene in the UK, especially. It's been really, really humbling just to kind of get the praise that we've always wanted our band to receive. It's absolutely mind blowing. Still kind of have to pinch myself every now and then and remind myself that, don't get too big headed now. I still work a day job. I haven't packed it all in for music just yet. So
That's cool. You seem like a grounded guy anyway, just speaking with you.
appreciate it.
No worries. And your new album, I guess we're here to talk about that mainly. Burn in the Flood. It's got songs called Better Days, Overcast, and 7 Years, all strong tracks.
Thank you, man. Thank you so much. I mean, this album, especially, like, me and Toby are like Toby, the primary songwriter of the band, and then our guitarist and singer, and then myself sort of contributing heavily towards the lyrics. This album, we've really managed to find a really nice balance between both of our creative process. And I think, if I'm honest, the pandemic has kind of aided that in a weird way. Just having that kind of I mean, like I briefly mentioned before, we all work day jobs. We all have other things that we have to do to keep the money coming in. Other than doing the band, it's not like our sole form of income. We are still very much independent, not purely out of choice. Just kind of the situation that we've found ourselves in, and we've kind of made it work up until this point. We like being the navigators of our own ship, if that makes any sense. We like that kind of control, but it's not to say that we would ever sort of turn our noses up at a label. But no, this album, we've really managed to, like I say, just find a really nice balance for that creativity and just put so much time into the writing process. We've never had a full 12 months to just write. Ever since we put out our first album, Heartsick, in 2017, we've been touring very heavily throughout the UK and Europe. So finding the downtime to really put all that energy into an album and sort of go back and forth with our Dan Kerr at Avenue Studios, the producer for the album, we sort of were able to really sort of go to and from with him more so than we ever have before, and really make sure that every sort of section, every vocal, every line is been thought about. And just probably the happiest I've ever been with an Our Hollow Our Home record. I think it really encapsulates where we're at this point in our career. And it's just a really nice balance of what we can do as well. Like, it's a really nice mix. You've got the really heavy side of things on tracks like Monarch and Children of Manus. And then you've got that balanced out with lighter tracks like Blood and Better Days. And I think it just, from the get-go, it's just high octane energy, but with a powerful message as well. I'm just really happy with it, man. Like, it's come out better than I could have imagined, and the response has just been phenomenal. So yeah, just absolutely stoked on Burning the Flood right now.
That's good. That's good. And just speaking with you, I feel your passion, your sense of passion as well. Other things I was going to ask you about, you did say about vinyl merchandise. You got them avenues as well, and in the States as well. In my notes here, number 2 on the iTunes metal charts as well.
Yeah,
that's good going.
Mind-blowing. Yeah, to see the response we got on all of the charts. I remember sort of the day it was coming out last Friday, and I was working my day job, just doing processing like a delivery in the morning, and just my phone's just going off, and I've got Josh, our guitarist, going, the album's number 25 in the iTunes charts, just the normal charts in the UK, and like that's the highest like a project that we've worked on, or I've worked on personally, has ever sort of charted. And number 7, I think we hit in the metal charts in Japan. We were in the top 50 in Germany as well. Just absolutely mind-blowing that many people enjoy what we do and can take something from it, because it is, Our Hollow Home's always been very cathartic. Writing for Our Hollow Home has always been a really emotional and cathartic experience. It's a release for me personally to get some of those kind of those hard to express feelings out there in a constructive way. It's really a perfect platform to channel all of your emotions, and just to get that kind of response from something that you really get a kick out of just doing for fun is, I don't think I'll ever get used to it. It is purely mind-blowing.
And interview is kind of nearing to the end, but just going to play one of your tracks any moment now. It's sport for choice, actually. But I just wanted to ask, I liked your kind of outlook. You did say, while other people kind of take the ladders on the Snakes and Ladders game, you guys like to take the stairs. You do things at your own pace. And of course, the tour as well coming up. That's in September as well.
Yeah, I mean, I think we've always been a band that, I mean, let's face it, metalcore is a very oversaturated genre, and metal and rock as a whole. There are a lot of bands trying to do what we do, and and beyond that. And I don't know, it's kind of crazy when you stop and think about it. But it's sorry, completely lost myself there. It's just honestly just been such a crazy week with this album coming out and all the merch orders and stuff we've been doing. It's been very, very full on. But we've always kind of taken like a really slow and steady approach to everything. We've always, rather than sort of shoot up to the top really, really quickly, and sort of how can we get viral fame instantly, because that's very much like an important, like a big focal point in this day and age for social media. It's sort of the TikTok generation of what's cool right this second, right now, and no one's going to care about in sort of 3 weeks' time. But we've always
Yeah.
like, do you know what I mean? Like,
I'm with you where everyone's trying to outdo each other. Not everyone, but you kind of get a
yeah, no,
sense that it's kind of really competitive out there. But
yeah,
I did want to ask about your tour in September as well.
yeah, of course. No, so yeah, we are touring Burn in the Flood, the album tour in September. We're doing UK, and we're starting in Ireland, which is the first time we've ever played Ireland. So really, really excited about that. And then we have scheduled in Europe for November. We aren't 100% sure if it is going to go ahead, but we urge everyone to grab tickets while they are still available. Because some of the dates are starting to look pretty full up now, which is amazing. Obviously, we will try and reschedule it if COVID sort of stops us from being able to do that, traveling to Europe in November. But all things are looking pretty good so far. So, we've got to keep our fingers and toes crossed and hope that everything comes to fruition, really.
Yes, for the grapevine, I been getting a lot of emails from concert promoters about concerts kind of scheduled and business as usual looking that way. Touch wood, as I say. But yeah, we'll get your tour dates on this interview. We'll put up on my YouTube channel as well with your UK dates as well, so people can find out where you're at. I know you're in my neck of the woods, Birmingham, 23rd of September at the O2 Institute, number 3.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, for sure.
Well, thank you so much, Connor. All for me to say is thanks for taking time out of your schedule to talk to me on it's the Danison Overflow show, supporting and previewing up-and-coming artists, bands. It's great to have you on, and we'll just get a track off your album out so people get a feel for your music and your band as well.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you so much, man. Again, really appreciate you taking the time out of your schedule to talk to us. Like, there was a really long time where literally no one cared about Our Hollow Our Home. So to have people genuinely want to talk to us and find out about the band and, an insight into our weird minds. I mean, we're pretty just standard dudes that watch a lot of anime and play a lot of video games. So it's tight that people are interested in what we do creatively. And yeah, just really appreciate the time, man. Thank you so much.
It's a pleasure.